Journey Together is crashing. We're about 2 weeks post-release, and all the top singles from Journey Together have completely tanked. And some of the sealed products also going down. So what does that mean for us? It's time to rip a Pokemon Center Exclusive ETB. This is one of the products that's been holding up probably the best out of Journey Together due to the exclusivity of the Pokemon Center stamp promo. Nevertheless, we managed to get a couple of these from the Pokemon Center, so I thought it wouldn't hurt. So just rip one, take a look at what we got inside, and see if we get any big pulls. As always, adding some small of luck, and I might regret this, but it's done. But like I mentioned at the start of the video, it does seem like a lot of the prices are coming down for Journey Together. Got people panicking a little bit, trying to figure out if they should sell off their collection, sell off their Journey Together, and overall wondering what's going to happen with the rest of the market in the coming days, weeks, and months. But here's our 11 packs that we're going to rip today, as well as our Ends Zorua promo with the Pokemon Center stamp there at the bottom right. Looks, maybe I'm tripping, but it looks like the stamp is a little smaller than usual. But anyways, as I was saying, lots of people doing a bit of panicking. To give my take as someone who runs a Pokemon card business, we've definitely seen a downward trend in our allocations from distro. So one thing's for sure is that the supply for Journey Together was not super prevalent. I think people are confusing supply going up with demand coming down. I think what's really happening is that this set is pretty small. It's pretty easy to complete. The chases are not that hard to hit. Compare that to the previous set, Prismatic. Ooh, as we got a nice full art right there. Iris's Fighting Spirit. But yeah, compared to Prismatic, where we had 31 or 32, whatever it was, SIRs that were impossible to hit, and everything in between was just shitty, stupid Pokeballs that no one cared about. Occasionally you'd get a nice Master Ball and get excited, but for the most part you were ripping and collecting bulk out of Prismatic. And that made it so that the singles were worth quite a lot, and then subsequently the packs and products were quite a lot. Mix that up also with the fact that it was an EV based set with the Umbreon top chase, Surging Sparks as well, similar problems where the set was so large it was super hard to hit that Pikachu. And so when you stack up Journey Together compared to those two sets, yeah, it's going to be less demand for that, since there isn't that crazy chase Umbreon or EV level mascot Pokemon that people are after. Plus, it's a much smaller set, like I said. So I just think the demand is naturally lower for this set, as we got Hobbsation. But that doesn't mean it's a bad set. I actually think this is one of their best sets. Hot take, but I'm a big fan of the Trainers Pokemon gimmick coming back. I think there's some beautiful artworks in this set, tons of beautiful illustration rares. I don't think there's a single illustration rare that I don't like, besides maybe the Lycanroc, but even that one's kind of nice because it's got the cute Rockruff, the cute Rockruff. As we, oh my god, no way, we actually hit an SIR, dude. It's so cool. This was actually the first SIR we pulled in Japanese battle partners. Pretty nice full circle moment there. I was not expecting another big hit out of Journey Together, but just goes to show how easy it is to just pull these top chases out of your ass. We really haven't ripped too much Journey Together, and we've already pulled the top 2 chases plus another SIR on top of that. Compare that to Prismatic, where we ripped a lot more Prismatic and pulled absolutely nothing. So once again, I do think the main reason we're seeing Journey Together prices come down is more so on the demand side, because on the supply side, I can tell you without getting into specifics of the numbers, but we definitely got around the same amount of booster boxes as we normally do, but way less of the other stuff. We got like half our ETB allocation, as we got Maractus IR, and we got absolutely nothing, literally zero, for all the ancillary products such as the 3-packs, sleeve packs, and things like that. So the supply really has not shored up as much as people seem to think. I think what's happening is that people just aren't as excited about this set as the other sets. Now, looking into the future, we have Destined Rivals coming up, and I do expect that to be more of the same in terms of supply and our allocation numbers. I don't have any reason to believe they'll be going up substantially. The Pokemon company has announced more printing and more reprints and stuff like that, but I don't expect that to hit until much later into the summer. So for Destined Rivals, I'm not expecting much to change there, but I am expecting the demand to be pretty high since it does have the Team Rocket cards as well as the Cynthia cards, which I think both would be pretty popular, even in English where the trainer gimmick doesn't seem to affect the prices as much as it does in Japanese. And then even further into the future, we got Black and White set in the summer, and then the Mega Evolution series coming up. I think the Mega Evolution series is probably where we'll really start to see the supply start to catch up. I think my Nostradamus prediction is that the Mega Evolution series first couple sets will be super heavily printed, and we'll see how much the demand meets that supply, because we might have a situation similar to Evolutions where it gets heavily printed into the ground due to the perceived demand, and then wins PP up, nice, and then ends up being super dirt cheap set at launch. But that's gonna do it for our Pokemon Center ETB. I just yapped the entire way, but hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.